Okay, I think it's recording. Okay, let's go to business then. Uh, Hello, guys. I'm Lara. Welcome to my presentation. Um, yeah, today I'm gonna talk about the project and the app that I came up with. So first of all, I want to talk a bit about the challenge that we faced. It's you have heard like many presentations before, so it's kind of a similar challenge. But yeah, our digital life nowadays is so vast. In the palm of your hand, you have basically your whole life on it. You have banking, shopping, social media. You talk to people and everything. So you have many digital accounts right now. But what if something happened to you today? Like a car accident, or maybe you get some seriously ill and you're not able to manage your digital life anymore. And there's also another question concerning this matter. How would a relative or maybe a close friend get access to some piece of your media if they needed to? How would you do it today? And these questions we asked for real people. We went to do field research. We interviewed in depth over 10 people, 10 volunteers. And what we found out is that usually people do not think about these matters. And when they're faced with it, they feel confused, they feel overwhelmed. And then we ask them, what would help you think of this and go through this problem in a more easy way, in a more tangible way? So, with the answers of the people, we built some personas, and I chose two of them to work more closely with. So the first one is Boundary Bia. She here is a young cis woman. She is corporate, and she is the one who is organizing her life, her digital life, for the future. In case something happens to her, she's wants her assets to be accessible by her family and close friends. And she values a lot control, privacy, and transparency. So for her, the app should feel easy to use, very well structured, and clear. And then on the other side, we have Respectful Pedro. He is a cis man, but he works as a drag queen. That's why the look is like that. And he is the one, he's representing people who have lost someone recently, a loved one. Um, and yeah, he's grieving, so he values a lot of guidance, honor to the legacy of the lost person, and also reassurance of their own feelings. So for him, the interface, the service should feel welcoming, caring, and empathetic, and also come with clear instructions. So to solve the problems and the concerns that Boundary Bia and Respectful Pedro have, I came up with some features that my service could have. The first of it is accounts, so you could state the kind of accounts that you want, even if it could be social media, or it could be banking, cloud, email, everything that you want to. The important part here is um, due to technical reasons, I am not the app is not going to store sensitive information. It's going to store only like important information, like username, or maybe the number of a bank account, but not the password. Um, yeah, just to feel that our app is not invading the person's privacy, but it's still important to guide the way to your relative or friend, loved one, once you pass. So they can contact the service, but they will already have the steps that they need to follow. Also, you have the files feature where you can upload every relevant document that you think will be useful for your loved one, your family, once you pass, and they will be stored safely in the service. Also, there is memories in which you can create sets of photos and videos, and then you can assign them to the people you want them to be shared once you pass. Finally, we have contacts. in which you can invite people to be your trusted contacts that will receive your data once you pass. And you can also assign specific pieces of data for each person. This can be personalized so the user has total control over the process. And last but not least, we have the step-by-step guide. This one is focused on the person who will receive the data, like a family member or a friend. So they need clear instructions of what they need to do to fulfill the wishes of this person that has passed. So how should the app feel like? So for the visual strategy, we're going for a feeling of warmth and calmness. So here in the mood board, we have references from physical objects like paper. So this tactile feeling is good to is intended to make the interface feel more tactile, so more memorable for the people, and also more approachable in this hard process. I'm also getting inspiration from the warmth of natural light and how it feels guiding for some people throughout history. So, for example, when you're in the day is very stormy, but then suddenly a ray of light comes through the clouds, and this gives you a nice feeling of joy. So yeah, this is exactly what the app should represent for the user, like a guiding light. And in this context, I created Prana, which is exactly this guiding light for the user. Prana is a word from originated in ancient Indian traditions. It means the vital life force that exists in every one of us and in everything, and that should be honored even when the person has passed. And yeah, this warm guiding light will guide the user through the process, and also, I mean, even the person who is sending their data, and also the people who are receiving data from someone they lost. This guiding light will always be present, and now we are going to see that in action in the prototype for you to get more used to the user flows. Yeah, so here we have the loading screen with this animation of the candle being lit. We have this the tagline, the vital. Uh, sorry, let's go. Okay, no problem. So here is starting the onboarding. We have some. Okay, the onboarding is supposed to educate the user on how to use the app, what does it do, how does it work. So we have some steps to show them this. So preserve your digital memories, build a clear path for your loved ones, and Prana will light the way. Let's get started. So first of all, light the way. One day, your loved ones will have to walk without you. Your digital life is vast, so don't leave them in the dark. So your control. Assign specific trusted contacts to handle each account. Decide what should be kept, closed, or memorialized. So this showing the full control that the user has over their data. So your story. Leave photos, documents, and final messages. Build a comforting care package that tells your story. So referencing some features that the app has. And are you ready to light the way? Turn your digital footprint into a comforting path for those you love. So, we're going to start the flow as a new user. So we're going to create our account. Here we have to put our full name, an email address, a preference, and set a password. Also agree to terms and conditions and privacy policy. Yeah, if you already have an account, you can also click here and go back to the login page and you just log in with your account. But let's create it. Then since it's your first registration to the app, you need to confirm it with a code. So it's going to be sent to your email, and then you just type the code here and verify it. Okay, so yeah, account created successfully. Yay. Your Prana account is ready. Let's begin planning your digital legacy. So let's start the plan, and then I'm gonna show you how the features are gonna work. Connect your Prana. Fill the chapters of your digital legacy one collection at a time. So, first of all, we have the accounts page. Here in the home page, we have these notebooks, and there's also the progress bar here to show how many are there. And we're going to start with accounts. Register wishes and instructions about your digital accounts. Let's click on it. Then it's going to open. There's this guiding light here to highlight the button that you need to click on. So click the button below to add an account. Okay, let's add one. So here we're going to have a list of possible accounts that are already in the database of the app. And you can choose between them which ones do you want to add. Here are just some samples, but probably this list would be very long. That's why we have the search bar and also the filters here. And there are two types of accounts that you can add, basically. The first of them is when the platform already has built-in postmortem settings, so you need to go there and set them. That's the case of Facebook, for example. We are going to add Facebook right now. Oh, just to mention that we have this this counter here. This, I'm gonna get to that later. This is concerning our business model. So right now we are in the free plan. we can only add 5 accounts. But yeah, let's add Facebook. So yeah, here we are directed to the detail page where we can put the username. We can assign to someone, but we're gonna do that later because we don't have any contacts right now. We can also add specific instructions, and here you can read what you need to do. There are some pictures as well of what steps do you need to follow to put these settings up inside Facebook, because you cannot do it I don't know, through a secondary platform. There's also the link here for you to go to Facebook. Let's say, also the status for you to know, have I already started this process with Facebook? If not, so okay, here I haven't started, but then let's say that I filled all of the fields here, put my username, I changed the status to in progress, I left also some instructions. This is saved automatically, but we also have this kind of redundant save button here. Okay, now we have Facebook as our account, and we can also click here to see, like in a quick way, the steps we need to follow just to check, so you don't have to click edit here. But yeah, once you click edit here, just go back to the edit page and you can change whatever you want. And we can also delete it. There is an alert message here. Oh, do you want to permanently remove it? Are you sure you're going to lose all your things that you added to it? We want to delete it right now. So let's try with finance, for example. Let's add a N26 account, for example. How would it work since it's such a sensitive matter, the banking stuff? So how it would work? No sensitive information is going to be stored, just the account number and the account time. For example, if it's a current account or if it's another kind. Right now it's like this. I just added the account number, the account type, some instructions, and what to expect here. There is a small text explaining what will happen to this account once you pass. So it's saying here that someone, your trusted contact, will have to get in contact with N26 and tell them, oh, this person has told me, their family member, they told me that they want to close the account and everything. And this is all explained here in a very easy way. Yep. And you can also read it here, and you can check the like an overview of the information. Okay, let's go to files right now. How can we add a new file? We click here, then we also have to add it here, and then we have like the list of files that are being scrapped from your from your phone. Here there's a, yeah, the other screen was wrong, but here you have 1 GB in the free plan, so here we have 1.5 1.1 right now. Okay, and then we can also add a title. All of the fields are optional, so if you don't add anything, it's gonna look like this, but it's there. But if you want to add it, you just tag the things and they are going to appear in the front page. Okay, so for the memories, we're gonna build a new memory right now. And here are also the screens being scrapped from your phone. Let's add these two. Yeah, you have 15 photos in the free plan. Here we are adding two, so we can add a title for the collection or not, and a specific message, and we can also add specific messages for each photo, and we can reorder the photos or maybe delete the photo. We can do it. Yeah, and it's going also to appear in this page. Okay, and at least we have the contact. So how do we invite someone to become my trusted contact? We click add here. We're gonna add the people's information. And this is important because in the free plan, you only have one contact that you can add. Yeah, then we're gonna invite. There's this message here that shows up as a feedback, so that invitation has sent, and telling that your contact must log in and create an account in Prana to accept your invitation. Otherwise, it's gonna be there's gonna be this pending sign here showing that the person hasn't accepted yet. You can also add other emails so that the person, I don't know, they lose access to the email, so they don't lose access to your thing. So you can you can just add a new email here and then invite it again. We're not gonna do that right now. Yeah, and then we can add the permissions. What do this person has access to? So let's start with accounts. I will select the accounts from the list of ones that I have added. Let's say that I've added these four. Let's add Facebook. And yeah, Facebook appears here in the selection. And you can also remove it. There's also a confirmation message. And you can add a specific message as well concerning Facebook. Okay, then we can add files. It's pretty much the same process. Yes, it's here. And we can assign them memories. We have the trip to Vegas. I'm going to assign Pedro the trip to Vegas. Yes, and the permissions are going to appear in the overview card. So now let's talk about the business model a little bit closer, because we're laughing. Once you click here to add a new one, oh no, you cannot, because you have reached the free limit as we saw before. So you have invited one trusted contact, and to share your legacy with more people, you have to upgrade to premium. So let's check how our plans structured. So here we have like a call to action, and here we have the available plans that we can check the benefits and compare. So right now, the free plan is the one active in your account. So you have up to 5 accounts, only one contact assigned, 15 photos as memories, and 1 GB of file storage. And after you pass, your legacy, your vault will be active for only 1 year. It's a short period, but also it's long enough so your family, your friends don't have such a short period to go through this process, which can be very hard. And if you upgrade to premium, which is the recommended, you will have unlimited accounts, unlimited contacts, unlimited memories, you will have 50 gigabytes of file storage, and your vault will be active for 5 years after you pass. So your family has more time to go through everything in your data. And also talking about the price, it's a one-time payment, so you pay it, and then your account will exist for as long as you live, and then 5 years after that. But let's say no, I don't have the money, I want to stay in the free plan. Then we have one last model here, just using some scarcity tools here. So yeah, we have like the launch offer. Are you sure you want to lose it? It's going to end in 3 days. So 2 days actually, yeah. So nah, I'm not gonna use it. So then you just go back to your normal life. And finally, we have the profile here. We also have this message here. Are you sure? Don't want to go premium? And yeah, there are also other options here, but we'll talk about it later. And very important, you need to add your profile picture. Let's add one for Bia. And very pretty right there. Okay, so now let's talk about someone who has upgraded for the premium plan. Which one is it? Yeah, this one. So yeah, how would it look? Okay, so first of all, let's start with the contacts, because here in this option you can add more than one contact. So we have several of them, and then we go through them if we want to. And let's see what else. Oh, sorry, I forgot. No, it's okay. It's not good. Yeah, and also because we have several assets here, we can search it. So we have a sample of how the search mechanism would work. So we have this skeleton loader here. Once it's working, and then it will search through your database. For example, I had CO, so it's showing Coinbase, but also CO from contract, and also CO from contacts. So all the contacts are appearing. And then it's gonna filter once more once you keep adding your things, your letters. Okay. Okay. Now, since we have more contacts, we can assign a contact to some account directly. So how would it work? I went to Coinbase's detail page here. So let's assign someone. The list of contacts will appear, and let's add Legacy Leo, for example. His name will appear here, and then I hit save, and his face and name will appear here. Once we have more than one contact assigned to, then it's going to appear as a list. And yeah, that's it. Okay, not working. No. Okay. One last thing that I wanted to show in this option is the profile here. So you have already upgraded your plan. Here you can change your billing information and everything. Also, in this case, Bia has been added as other people's trusted contact. So here she can see the list of people, but since they're still alive, once you click here, you get a message. So access to this plan is secured. Your access to this plan is confirmed. Yeah, but their legacy is currently locked since they're alive. So it can only be unlocked after verification of passing. So you could click here and view unlocking process, which will do it right now, but in another flow. Because right now we're going to go through how would someone be invited to be a trusted contact for another person. So they would get an email saying, oh, Bia, for example, has invited you to become her trusted contact. And then she would click a link and would be redirected. Oh, no, this one. To be, she would be redirected to Prana's app, and then there would be like a short onboarding on that. Let's see. Okay, Bia trusts you. She has chosen you to honor her final wishes and memories. Do you accept the invitation? And then to accept, you need to create an account or log in. In this case, let's log in, I guess. Okay, no, we're not gonna log in. We're gonna create account. Let's see. Yeah, invite accepted. So your access to BS plan is confirmed. It is currently locked and can only be unlocked after Prana verifies your passing. Let's say that Bia has died. This is Pedro's account, for example. So instead of start my own plan, which has the call to action here, we can go to view unlocking process. How is it going to work? So first of all, how to unlock a plan. We must legally verify the passing of the person. So this process protects their privacy and ensures their final wishes are honored. The person would first have to upload the official death certificate. Then Prana will securely review the document, and then BS plan will be unlocked immediately. Well, if you don't want to unlock the process right away, unlock the plan right away, you can go to your own account and just continue to build your own legacy. But if you want to begin verification, let's see how it's working. Verify proof of passing. To legally unlock BS plan, please upload the official death certificate. This document is required to proceed with verification. So we would click here and we would go to our file selecting page, and then the document would appear here, and the guiding light is suggesting that you click submit. Also, if you click need assistance, it would redirect you to the frequent questions page, or maybe to our chatbot that we also have to help the person. Okay, so the verification is in progress. We are reviewing the documents. We will notify you immediately once the plan is unlocked. So this is the end of this flow. And then once you have the email telling, oh, the plan has been unlocked, then you would go to your receiver onboarding, which is especially caring because the person is going through a grief moment. So we have some empathetic text here that I would like to highlight. So take a deep breath. We've verified the documents and BS plan is now open to you. Next. So prepared with love. Inside you'll find accounts, documents, and messages from Bia. Everything has been organized to help you navigate the steps at your own pace. There is no rush. You can always access the plan through your own profile. If you don't want to go through all the steps right away, you can click not now, and you would just go to your own account, to your own legacy. But yeah, let's say I'm ready. So Bia's legacy. Find guidance through her instructions and comfort in memories left for you. So concerning the accounts, the person would have to see the list of accounts assigned to them, and they would have to perform some tasks to fulfill Bia's wishes. For example, on Facebook, here, there's Bia's request, there is Bia's, I don't know, a specific message for this person. And also has the status changes here, and the also some guided instructions with pictures for them to follow. So, let's go. Yeah, and this page is different from the one from the person who was organizing their own page, because this is more straightforward, and the person who is grieving is going through a hard time, so they need more how do you say it? They need to know how many accounts are there, how long is this going to take to measure the amount of work they need to put on it. So it's a bit different. For the files as well, they can click here. They can see what BIA requested, for example, concerning the heating contract, and then the person could download the file if they wanted. And for memories, this would be like a special page because it's gonna be photos of them together. So it has like a caring touch. It's got this beautiful frame with Bia's face on the center, which is actually a reference to an Indian ritual. Yeah. And here it says memories. Bia prepared this private space for you with her favorite memories and messages. And then you would have to scroll more to see the pictures so you're not surprised by it. So yeah, you would see the pictures, the messages that she left. There's also a video here. And yeah, you can click here also to see the other pictures. Okay. And also in the profile page, there are also the other legacies that the person is taking care of. If they don't have their own account yet, they can click here and they can create their own legacy. But if they do, there's just like a button to redirect them to go back to their own plan. Another thing that's nice to show, it's the frequent questions page. You have this page to help people I don't know, solve their questions that they may have concerning the app. How does it work, what to expect? And we can also see more questions here, or you can go to the chatbot that we have to seek more assistance. And concerning the prototype, that's it. I've showed you most of the screens, the important screens. So now we're gonna go through the style guide because consistency builds trust. So how are our visual elements? How were they built in order to make the user feel more secured and trust our service and in the end use it? So first of all, I want to talk about the logo. The icon that we chose is a diya. This is an Indian traditional lamp used in Hindu and Buddhist rituals, and it means like enlightenment, wisdom. And here it is representing the guiding light. That's our visual metaphor that we are using throughout the whole app. And also the illustrations, they are supporting also the screens visually to make to bring these abstract ideas into something more tangible. So for example, we have the lock and key, we have the notebook to make reference to items from real life and make this experience feel more familiar and manageable. Also for the colors. So I want to step away from tech blue, but there's also the blue. Here it is representing something very specific, which is once you are going through a very hard moment of grief and everything, what you seek for is compassion, to know that someone is understanding how you feel. So the blue is here representing this. This is going to be a hard process. That's why the blue, and it's a bit muted, a bit grayish, let's say. So it's supposed to say that we are acknowledging the user's feelings and not trying to force them into toxic positivity, for example. And we also have other shades here to support the primary color. And for the secondary color, I'm using this yellow representing this warm light that's guiding the user through the process and everything. So this combination of the two kind of represent the metaphor that I talked about in the mood board, where there's a stormy day and it's raining a lot. It's gonna be very hard, but there are these rays of light coming through the clouds to bring you hope. Yeah, and I have to say that the primary color, this blue, is used mostly as an accent color in the primary actions, while the secondary color is used more in the imagery, in the illustrations, and everything. We also have interface focused colors. So we have state colors, colors for outline, background, for the text and everything, which are harmoniously chosen to match the vibe of the primary and secondary color, the brand colors. For the typeface, I chose Souvenir for headlines, which has like a soft serif. It's a bit roundish, so it refers to this Indian vibe that we're going through in the branding. And for text typeface, I went for Lato, which is a bit more roundish, so it's a good fit with Souvenir. However, it's more readable, it's more functionality focused. For the hierarchy, I want to highlight that I chose 16 pixels for the body as like the base of the scale. So we are focusing on readability here, for example, and then built the whole type scale around it. So we have some custom UI elements, for example, the notebooks and also these overview cards that were supposed to represent like pages of a book that you scroll through. And these are very important, as I said, to make the UI feel more tangible, feel more familiar, and the process feel more approachable. So yeah, and going through the more technical stuff right now, industry standards require that we have different states of the buttons, for example, and here is the table of it showing all the states. And this is very important for accessibility, for example, in the case of the focus status, you all may know, but yeah, when a person with a disability needs to use assistive technology, they can also go through the prototype with their keyboard using this focus status. And for the input fields as well, we have the focus status, as I mentioned, and also some error messages, which is very important as well to give feedback to the user. This also helps building trust. So, what are the next steps? Right now, what I would do next with this current state would be to validate it with users. Right now, it's a prototype, but we have to check with real data to see if we made the right decisions, what do we need to iterate, and everything. And then maybe turn it into development and launch it to the public. And then we would see, where can we improve? Can we add more features? For example, this is kind of an MVP, what I showed you. So yeah, then validation and then development. So to wrap up, I want to bring you back to our mission, which is to bridge this gap that exists right now between the person who owns their data and the people who may need access to it. But right now, it's everything is fragmented and it's not a clear path. So Prana is here to light this way into a more understanding future. And that's it. Thank you.
Well, that was a system design.
Damn.
Um, I'm very happy with this work. Very, very happy. And I think you should be too, I hope. And I'm also a bit proud that this happened under my watch. So that's good. Very good. The I don't have to say much. It all works well. It's harmoniously. It's a well thought through process, and it's a clear design. I could easily follow along the steps and the process. So I had no jumps. Or I felt I did not feel lost anywhere. So it's good. So logic progress is done well. I just have two little things. Two little things. But that's really minor things. In the assignment process, once you kind of, you are in the user context and you assign like files, memories and accounts, I kind of would like to see the logos, the icons again of that files, accounts, and then the heart, the ad on the button. That's all. It's a tiny thing because that's a short moment where I got lost, you know, because okay, there's not this connection. But that's all. And once with this invitation accept screen, you know, you're accepted, you got invited, and you basically, do you accept? And it's a question, and you just have register and log in. And I kind of would like to get this option, maybe just a, you know, like a text link later, and then sort of like a, maybe like a modal saying, we would like to send you an email, we will send you an email again in a week's time or something, you know, or when do you want to receive another email of us to remind you that you get started, you know, like a little pokey poke. Details. Nonetheless, it's all very good, and I'm very happy about this work, and well done. Thank you. So your peers seem quite happy as well.
It's great.
Thank you.
10 out of 10, amiga. Yeah.
What
can I
No
say?
No complaints.
I just learned how to do an amazing presentation.
No, same. No.
But yeah, it's amazing. It's so consistent. It's so beautiful. It's so, I don't know. I feel like after what you did now with this presentation, I really feel like Prana. You know, I feel all your work. I feel like all the effort and the thought that you get there. So it's really congratulations.
No, I can only agree. I think like it was very well thought out. I've never struggled to be like done. I always knew like where I am or where are you, and like Javi said, I feel the brand. So I think you really did great, and really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think there's nothing to complain about. It's really well thought out, from the functionality to the visual design, and yeah.
Thank you guys, it's very important for me. The brand was my weak spot.
Wow, doesn't show.
Uh,